3D2. That's 110710. Yes, sir, and they have the car stopped at 10th and Grant. You might go by there first. Okay. 323 to 584. D5. Adam Young, 1955. Okay.
MCRT, Javier Mercado.
Hello, Dr. Rodriguez.
Hey, Dr. Rodriguez, this is Javier Mercado from the Yonkers Mobile Crisis Response Team. I have Kevin, the lead clinical staff, with me. We are going to leave now to go en route for this EDP female.
We all remember that in May of 2020, George Floyd was killed, and it launched an assessment of our police functioning. A particular topic came back over and over again, and that is, how do we respond to incidents that at their core are primarily mental health issues?
What keeps me going? In 2015, I got a call to go to the Chaplin area, and I was afraid to go over there, so I called my nephew, and my nephew told me that my son committed suicide. Today we're responding to a call with a 13-year-old that stated that she was going to take her own life. That hits home, but it hits home in a way that I want to help this participant, because I believe that recovery is possible. Yeah. We're coming in there. Kevin's going to speak to you for a few minutes, okay?
2021, Westchester County created something called Project Alliance, which was designed to improve emergency response to mental health calls. And one of the components of Project Alliance was the Mobile Crisis Response Team.
The back of this vehicle sometimes is not the most comfortable of places, and we don't want to create a negative image with our, the people that we're helping. So they're able to help us transport, they're able to help us, just facilitate a better outcome. I had a situation where we had two homeless individuals, a man and a woman, who we needed to get to housing, and they were able to respond to the scene, find housing for them, and transport them for us.
Thank you.
I usually just run on coffee, because sometimes, like, if you're eating, then you get a job, you got to stop eating, and the food makes me sluggish. So I maybe I have a piece of fruit and some coffee, and I try not to eat till later on in the day. 10-year-old my baby. What precinct is that? See, like I said, we don't eat too much, because this happens. Every time you get food, call comes in, so.
It was pretty difficult to get the peer movement and MCRTs up and running in the beginning. What we heard was, we don't get it, we don't want to work with these civilians. It wasn't a part of police culture to really work outside of themselves.
And we only had 6 calls for the first 6 months.
You have to remember, when the team was created, it came just after a bit of a low period for most officers of 2020. So there was maybe some hesitation about what the goals of this team were.
I do a lot of follow-up with our participants. Kevin does the initial. We get to understand the circumstance someone is in, and then we start looking for connections to make. Like this board right behind me, these are people I've met, professional connections that we have, that allow us to better do our job. We're the middle ground between police and like the world of nonprofit and like, supplementary assistance for people.
My name is Jada Fry Samuels. I have a bachelor's in criminal justice, so I'm trying to get my career started. It's going through a lot, and I brought myself to the hospital, and I was like, I need some kind of help. I need somebody to talk to.
I'm not a clinician, and Jada is somebody who just wants help. We were able to talk about her goals and the things that she needed, and then just sort of like talk about positive steps to take in that direction. But then I remembered we have a connection with a police lieutenant, someone new to our team, Officer Lieutenant Sankowicz.
I spoke to Daniel, and he started helping me, he started making me feel better, and then he got me to talk to the lieutenant at Yonkers PD,
A couple of weeks later, after spending time with the officers, getting to know that there was a lot of support there for her in the community, she's totally turned it around. She was happy, she's positive, she's excited about tomorrow.
I'm glad she's in this program and she's doing very well with her testing scores.
It's just another example of where the peer-led model is very successful, because when I talk to Jada, I'm not diagnosing her, I'm not trying to put her in a box, I'm not trying to prescribe her medication. We're just talking about her goals, and where she wants to be, and the things that are keeping her from making the steps she has to make.
It's going to be here.
And you said it's like what floor? First floor. So right now we're going to go back to the Med Center, which is Westchester Medical Center, for an adolescent that appears to be 10 years old.
We kind of built a little rapport for 15, 20 minutes. He feels comfortable with me. He was able to tell me all these things. And so I'm just going to maintain that relationship all the way up to the medical center and give the report to the nursing staff.
My father ended up going to prison, and my whole family, 7 siblings, was shuffled all through the system in foster care. And I did not trust any therapist or psychiatrist. In fact, I took opposition to any authority figures. While working at 16 Correctional Facility, I was given a job as a peer, but I was working in a unit where they had serious mental health issues. A lot of participants there did not want to communicate with the therapist or the psychiatrist. Because, I was an inmate myself, I was able to immediately have that peer-to-peer camaraderie within the prison system. I remember just listening to their stories and identifying that we were the same. I seen firsthand where a person was in their cells and they didn't want to do anything, and then once they start speaking with peers just like them, they changed. We get a call for a 10-year-old male that was abused by his father. Father threw a chair that struck him in the head, and we had to take him to the medical center.
Riding in the ambulance with him. During the ride, he opened up a little bit, started talking, started telling us about the behaviors and the things going on between him and Dad and what happened. And so we came up here pretty much to advocate, try to find a next of kin for him, as opposed to putting this 10-year-old into the system, right? Because it's doubtful that he's going back to Dad.
So this is the clothes that we got for the participant, the 10-year-old participant. His birthday is on the 15th. A whole bunch of different type of clothing here. He has some hygiene products in there. He has some winter boots. One of the things that is also pretty good, pretty awesome for him, he has some Nike sneakers that he's going to enjoy.
They were able to get a bunch of information for us, connect us with a caseworker, and we were able to kind of follow up with this kid. We were able to kind of get his father into some programs to kind of keep them connected, because the last thing we want to do is separate a family. We went back, we bought a cake and some gifts and kind of celebrated with the kid and told the parent that we would stay in contact to kind of be a resource. So they've been amazing.
The first case with the 13-year-old female, she was a victim of sexual abuse.
This participant ran away with a 29-year-old. We had a bolo be on the lookout for her. She was found by the FBI and local police department in Queens and brought back to Yonkers. Hey Kevin, are you guys en route to the hospital?
Yeah, so we're en route about...
When we took her to the hospital on Monday, she was given an HIV test, and the HIV test came out positive. When they told me this, I came out and they were showing me the location where the kids hang out basically. And I seen her and she had this smile in her face. And all I was thinking about is finding out that she was diagnosed with HIV. And she still had a smile on her face. And I believe that just showing up to her with her book bag when we said we was gonna show up showed her that she is not alone. She has a whole bunch of support. She has a family support that loves her, and she's gonna be okay. MCRT, Javier Mercado.